Hey everyone, welcome to Built from Bricks. I'm Brian.
And I'm Drew.
And today we have a new segment called MOC TALK. I'm talking about a new MOC that I'm creating, which if you've seen the previous episode with the Lego brick haul from BrickLink, you'll see that we're talking about a zoo MOC.
Yes, a zoo/aquarium.
Yes, zoo/aquarium is going to be combined into one. It's kind of a rather large MOC. And I might have mentioned it in the previous episode, but I'll mention it again. It's inspired off of a few places. One of them is the Mystic Aquarium in Connecticut, the New England Aquarium in Boston, where they have the giant... Have you been to the New England Aquarium?
The giant
They call it the Great Ocean Tank, the GOT. And then also the zoo in Rhode Island, the Roger Williams Zoo, and the zoo in Cleveland, Ohio. And the reason the zoo in Cleveland, Ohio is because of the polar bear exhibit, which the Roger Williams Zoo doesn't have anymore. But I really like polar bears. It's one of my favorite animals. I have several animals I like a lot. One's the polar bear, one's the octopus, and I like the river otter, although there are no river otter Lego figures, so I'm out of luck with that.
Not yet, right?
Not yet. There could be tons of them, which leads me to say that with Duplo, there's a ton more animals available. So for the zoo, I'm using most. I don't want to use the Duplo ones. There are zebras, there's giraffes, there's hippos, there's tons of other. There's even seals. Mm. But they're larger, so they don't really fit.
Right.
I wish they had these in Lego size as opposed to the Duplo Lego size. But so the MOC is a zoo MOC. One of the first things I was going to work on is the polar bear exhibit, again inspired by the Cleveland Zoo. And this is the ledge, kind of the doing some building on the side with a lot of inverted slopes and just white slope pieces. And the polar bears will be able to go over this. What'll happen is they'll have a water area here. There'll be more of this ridge going up and behind it, so them to go higher up and just have a place to live, hang out, play. And then the enclosure, we were just playing with something. It's going to be something like this. So I'll have columns, and there'll be several of these, so the viewing audience can get a look at the polar bears, but not get eaten by the polar bears, because that'd probably not be a good thing.
Probably not.
So that is one part of the Lego Zoo. We have ostriches here. Hold an ostrich.
You have an ostrich.
So here's another ostrich. And ostriches need a lot of space. So we need an area which is open for them to run around and have a fencing so they don't get out and attack the visitors again. So a lot of the zoo involves with designing the layout, where things are situated in the zoo. Do I want the aquarium up front? Do I want the polar bears up front? But polar bears probably going to be in the back because it's a nice attraction and we want people to stay, so they're going to walk through the entire zoo before they see the polar bears. It's kind of, the way they work with... That's how casinos work. And a lot of places are designed to get people to stay.
Right, you want your biggest attraction the furthest back, so you get to see all these other, piddly attractions in the way there.
Exactly.
And then, of course, you want to make sure that they exit through the gift shop.
Because, yes, a gift shop.
You got to make sure they exit through the gift shop.
I think Drew should help design a gift shop. Trying to get him to work on the MOC with me, maybe, give him a little contribution here and there. I do have some dinosaurs. One of them is this, because there will be, like any good zoo should have, there'll be dinosaur section. Right?
I don't think you've seen the documentary called Jurassic Park.
There was 4 of them. I've seen them.
Okay. There's not much good happens when you have dinosaurs in your zoo there.
No? Well, ours will be secure. We're not breeding them. We're not making new dinosaurs. We just have a few. Yeah. One of them is this. There will be a Triceratops.
Yes.
What is on its way, which I haven't seen, which there's some more animals coming that I haven't shown you. One of them is a camel. So camel's another rare piece.
Was that also from the Prince of Persia?
I think that was also from the Prince of Persia.
Yeah. So
there's other animals coming. I can't think of all of them right now. The reason for the inspiration also was that they have the new jungle sets. So behind us we have the half-track mission jungle, which has the panther there. And then in here we have the jungle exploration site, and you have the leopard up there. So perfect addition to the zoo is that, as well as the tiger, which is in the other set, which hasn't come out yet. Although these sets are a few days early as well. I found them at Toys R Us already. But the other one is not on any site besides the Australian Toys R Us site. Huh. The one that is the bigger set. It has more pieces. It has a cargo plane.
What is that one going for? Because that's
$169, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's huge.
It is. It's $229 in Australian dollars, because that's the price I keep seeing coming up on the $259 or something like that.
Wow.
I forget. But the brown bear was another one that I also saw or Grizzly Bear was another one that I saw at the Cleveland Zoo. They had this really cool exhibit where the there was this bridge above you, and you'd see all you hear, and the bear would be running across this bridge above you to come into its exhibit. It was really cool.
Wow.
Yeah, and you hear it making noises, and it was a really cool zoo. The aquarium part of the zoo, I showed you one of the things was the jellyfish.
Yeah.
So in the Mystic Aquarium, there's this round cylindrical jellyfish column.
Oh, nice.
And so I got the idea for the jellyfish from that.
It's been a while since I've been to the Mystic Aquarium, but I have been there before. I was going to say, when I used to travel, I traveled for like 7 years, and sometimes I'd get in early, and I'd be able to go do something with with the day, and I'd always look around to see if there were any zoos that were reciprocal to my home zoo, which is Capron Park Zoo. And I found a whole bunch of different zoos that were. One of them was the Tulsa Zoo, and I was out in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and went to the Tulsa Zoo, and they had a grizzly bear there, and a rhino too.
Ooh, a rhino!
I saw rhinos.
I saw rhinos at the zoo. I saw a rhino somewhere out in, I think it was Ohio, but it wasn't at the Cleveland Zoo. It was at this other place.
Oh.
Or maybe it was the Cleveland Zoo. I know I saw one somewhere.
Are there any rhino Lego pieces?
I don't think so.
Oh, so bad.
So also inspired from the Mystic Aquarium is the touch tank for the stingrays. Yep. So we have these little, well, they're larger, but they're manta rays. So these can either go in a touch area for the visitors, or in the Great Ocean Tank, which was inspired from the New England Aquarium. We have this enormous tank. I forget how many gallons it is, but there's thousands of fish in there. There's sharks in there. There's all kinds of stuff. And they all live together and they don't kill each other.
And you just keep going around and around, going up this ramp as you go circle around the tank, and it's amazing. And then at the top you can look.
Yes, and their claim to fame is their turtle called Myrtle the turtle.
Oh.
But you would think having this big tank that you just go around and you see the same stuff, but different fish live at different levels.
Right.
So there's certain fish you'll see at the top, there's certain fish you'll see at the bottom, the ground feeders, the top feeders. There's all kinds of stuff. And there's a lot more to see there. There's seals and everything else, but they don't have, like I said, they don't have a seal figure that I can use besides a Duplo one. Which, if I want to do a little Duplo section, I could do a few of the Duplo figures. But they're too big.
Yeah.
It won't fit in the MOC. So what else do we got to talk about with this MOC? So, in general, like I said, it's inspired by those 4 places. And a few other things that just come to my head. And insects. So we'll have some areas where you can see reptiles and frogs and insects and then crabs as well. There's snakes in there. There's scorpions. That's in the Roger Williams Zoo where they have the little insect house, the reptile area.
Oh yeah.
So a little bit of the zoo comes from different things that I've seen, and then just my own creation because I've never been to a zoo with dinosaurs, although that would be awesome.
That would be awesome. Yeah. Although they do have like a whole dinosaur exhibit at Edaville Railroad, where they actually have some animatronic dinosaurs that you can walk through, and it's not the same. No, you don't have real dinosaurs, but you're not gonna see real dinosaurs ever.
Don't say ever.
Oh, yeah, because
never.
Science goes crazy and decides to make them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there'll be lots of fish in the aquarium. One of the tanks in Mystic is this, I don't know what kind of fish in there, but there's a tank, and it's going to have 500 or more of these silver fish all swimming around in a circle together in a big school.
Oh, I just got an idea.
That's good. Keep the idea in mind. So that is my zoo idea. I will do a quick mention, because this is MOC Talk, and I have all these black pieces. And this isn't the focus of this MOC, but the Tower of Orthanc Business Tower, I just got a bunch of pieces in so I can start progress on that. So that'll be something going in the city, and eventually I'll have another city update, but with the lack of new buildings right now, there's a bunch coming out, Fishing Village being one of them, there's some townhouses coming out, there's a few other things coming out. Those will go in the city, but they're not out yet. So I'm not focusing on that right now. I'm going to start working on this Tower MOC as well as the Zoo MOC, which is going to be a large one. Hopefully we can bring it to Lego Brickfest next year in Philly.
That would be cool.
Yeah, it'll be one. Maybe we can actually, get a winner award this time or something.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So I want input from him this time. So I gotta coach him a little bit.
To be fair, I only been doing this a little while, and I'm usually behind the camera.
He is trying to get him in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Well, that was our first episode of MOC Talk, and for the kids out there that don't know what MOC stands for, it stands for My Own Creation. Just got to throw that in there. All of us AFOs know that. Or AFOs.
Adult fan of Lego, for anyone who doesn't know what that means.
Yes. I think most of the people watching this do.
I had to learn these things.
It's a little lesson on abbreviations for Lego fans. with that said, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
So that was MOC Talk. I hope you enjoyed our first MOC Talk episode, and I hope to bring more fun updates of that. And as the progress of the zoo comes along, you'll see more MOC Talk, as well as any other ideas that I might come up with throughout the year. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter at BuiltFromBricks. And stay tuned each and every week for more fun-filled, whatever I come up with episodes. What have you built today?